I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! Here in the UK. Thank you for joining me. Really simple make for you today that you can dress up or dress down however you want to do it. It's called a joy fold card, and you can see it's like two cards in one. You've got a card that way inside and then a base card at the back. So you make the base card first and then you do the separate card on the front. Now I have used paper from the Blackberry Beauty, from the mini catalogue, mini Christmas catalogue. Really vibrant paper, lots of sparkle on it. It's a speciality paper and you can see the shine on the camera there. It's really beautiful. I've also used the Love of Leaves stamp set. So Love of Leaves looks like that, if you've forgotten what that looks like. I've used that on the inside just to highlight where you would write your personal message, and then on the outside I've actually die cut one of the leaves. Can I find it now? Nope. Let's have a look. I've die cut one of the leaves and it leaves an impression on there, so you get an outline of a leaf like that, and then you get the inner bit of the leaf to die at the same time, and that gives you the veins of the leaves. So hopefully you can see that on camera. And then what I've done on mine is I've just brushed it with a bit of gilding wax, and that just really makes that stand out along with the gold. So I will show you how to do the base of the card, and then you can decorate it how you like. So this is the measurements that you need for the Joy Fold card. Like I say, it's just two cards, and it's just how you put it together that makes the difference. So on this one I am going to be using Blackberry Bliss and some cinema cider, and the papers that I'm using are again from the Blackberry Beauty range. Really hard to choose what sides of the paper because they're all so beautiful. I'll show you the other side there. The leaves are just stunning, aren't they? But they go particularly well with these two colour cards. So what do we do? Like I say, really simple quick make. So you just need to decide what colour you want for your base card, and I'm going to go with the cinnamon cider, and you need to cut it 4 1/8 by 9 3/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my A4 sheet at 4 1/8 long ways, just like that. And that means that I'm going to get 2 cards out of it, because that's exactly in half. Turn it around. So you've got the long bit at the top, and this needs to be 9 3/8. So really quick and simple to get it together. Make sure you're using a cutting blade. You've got that little bit, keep it, that might come in handy at some point. Now this piece of card now, you need to score at 3 1/2. So on the long side, you're going to be scoring at 3 1/2, and this will fit in a standard envelope then. Make sure you're cutting blades out the way, and let's score it. Okay, so fold that back, and that is your base card. Okay, so put that to one side. Now I like to do a contrast colour for the front card. So on this one it was cinnamon cider for the inside card, and the back was, ooh, what colour was that? Early Espresso, just because that makes the front of the card really pop. So this one's quite a subdued colour, I would say, cinnamon cider. So let's have a really vibrant colour for the front. So we're going to go for Blackberry Bliss. So this bit needs to be 3 inches by 8. So I'm taking my A4 card. On the long side, I'm cutting off 3 inches right across. Okay, That gives you a nice piece like that. And I'm going to cut that now at 8 inches. And it's just a little smidgen really that comes off. So just a tiny little bit. Okay. And we're going to score it at 4. So it was 3 by 8. And on the long 8 side, we're scoring it. So get rid of the cutting blade and we score it at 4. And that is it. So let's start putting that together. So you've got effectively 2 cards, one here and one here. You're going to turn this, one there, one there. You're going to turn that one round. Oh, can you hear the ice cream man's just arrived? It's all going on today. You're just going to stick them together. So decide on your DSP, whether you're going to have it outside, inside, what you're going to do. This piece obviously is the biggest piece that you need, and it's going to go on that side, on the inside. But I actually want mine quite subtle on the inside, so I'm going to use the side that isn't highly decorated, which feels a bit wrong, I know, but we're going to make up for it on the front. So the size of this designer series paper that goes on the inside is 4 inches by 5 5/8. So don't think about it too much, just go with it. Cover up this beautiful shiny paper. Honestly, it'll be worth it. It will make the card stand out even more. So putting that Tombow glue all over that. There is sort of an up and down side on this. The flowers are going up and the leaves are pointing up, so make sure you've got it the right way round. Some of the papers you don't have to think about it too much. They could be any way round, but this has definitely got a top and a bottom. So that's the inside. Now I haven't decorated this panel on the inside of my cards, but if you were making a really special card, you could definitely decorate that, and it would be the same as the front. I'm going to put this exactly the same pattern so that it sort of blends in together, and that size would be 4 inches by 3 3/8. So again, covering up this beautiful paper. I've just realised I'm not even on camera. Covering up the beautiful paper with lots of Tombow glue, and we're going to stick that to the front. Now I've left just an 1/8 of an inch border on my DSP. I know some people like to leave 2/8 or 1/4 of an inch, so do what suits you best. The sizes I've given are for 1/8 of an inch. So that now is the card, the base card, and we can just forget about that for a minute and turn our attention to this one. Now this again is like a mini card, but what you need to remember is you want it that way round, so that when you decorate it, if your paper isn't any way up paper, it won't matter which way round. So I'm going to decorate the front with this very beautiful DSP, and the size of that is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. So I've already cut it ready for the video. I'm just going to put some Tombow glue on, and that will just go lovely on the front and just make the card really pop. So let's put that on the front, and this paper is an any way up paper. It doesn't matter which way round you put it. Just make sure there's a nice border all the way round, and thank goodness there's a bit of wiggle room. And that's the front of my card. Now the inside is actually going to have one of these dies on that are from the Stitch So Sweetly, but when I put it on just on there, I feel like it lets the card down a bit. It's just a bit plain. So I've cut another piece of DSP that still will match with this. So the coordination is still all there, but there's a bit of blackberry bliss in the background and a bit of cinnamon cider on the birds. So that's going to go really nicely. So I'm just going to add that to the inside. I know you won't see much of it, but it just finishes the card off, and that's what I mean about you can take as much or as little time as you want on these cards. It's a really simple make, but you can dress it up or down as much as you want. So it's a great card for making with friends as well. You don't have to think too much about it. So now if I bring that back in, so that's my base. This is my mini card that's going to go on the top like that. Can you see it's like a picture frame? So here's again where you could add some ribbon. You could add some ribbon around there or around the front bit here. I've seen quite a lot that have a nice bit of ribbon. I'm just going to leave mine like this. So I'm going to put some glue on the back piece of this because I want it to fit in an envelope really nicely without a lot of bulk. Okay. Now I'm not going to stick it on. I'm just sort of hovering. Bring my front over, and then when I've worked out where it's a bit of a nice frame, so about there, then I will press down on my card all over like that. Ta-da! Okay, so with this, which is the Stitch So Sweetly frame, that just fits in the middle there. On my other card I did stamp some leaves on here. I just coloured them in with some stamping markers and just put it sort of half over. But this one I'm going to leave like this. So I'm just going to stick that straight on because that's where you would put your personal message inside the card. It doesn't need anything else on there. The shape of it just adds to the card, I think, and the nice bit of stitching round just looks like you've really put some effort in. Okay, and that's going to go on there. Then I've got another one of these little die cut. They come in, I think you get 5 or 6 different sizes, so they're just perfect. They just coordinate together. So that will go there, and then my leaf again will go over there, and that I'm going to stamp that, put some gilding wax on that, and then that's my card done. So that is 2 colourways of the same design, but they look completely different. Ta-da! I hope you've enjoyed watching the video today. If you've liked what we've made, have a look at my other videos and subscribe, and please get in touch and share your makes with me. Thanks for watching. Bye.